Today we talk about lot number 135 from our upcoming Fine Asian Art Auction on April 10 and 11, 2025 of course. And what we have here is an interesting example of what scientific research can actually do. This came to us from the collection of Dr. Rainer Kreisel, who was an important German collector. There's a nice provenance image here that shows him together with Václav Havel, the Czech president, the one and only. It was previously thought that this could be a Ming piece or maybe early Qing, but it wasn't really known. And when we analyzed it, we took some little flakes from the glaze here, and it shows under magnification that this is an oxidized glaze, so it must have been buried for quite some time. And so it's unlikely that it's a Ming piece. However, that shape didn't exist in the Han Dynasty. When you look at it first, you think this is more like a Han glaze, but then that shape didn't exist back then. So it has to be something else. There's a lot of Tang ceramics, and it's not a typical Tang glaze. So we had this scientifically tested. Of course, with ceramics, it's easy because we have Oxford authentication with whom we work frequently. And this is an exact science, so whatever the outcome is clearly the dating. And it came back with a date of firing approximately 850 years ago. They give a range. Their range is 700 to 1,000 years. So it's very clearly LIAO dynasty. This one ended about 900 years ago, started 1100 years ago. So it's in the later LIAO period. This was fired. And of course, once you have that information, you can check, and suddenly you find this piece here. And this is just one example, but it's a nice one because the glaze is very similar. It's not as oxidized on this one, but the piece is much smaller. It's a nice Chado. And it was sold at Sotheby's for 20,000 euros just last year. So that's quite a recent result. This one is an exceptional beauty because you can see the transmutation of the glaze as it happens when it's exposed to weathering. You have areas which have this deep emerald green, quite powerful, some crackling to the glaze, and then you have areas where it's a bit more this silvery oxidization, which is from lead crystals and mineral salts. And inside, of course, it shows it's very nicely potted inside. There's all the potting lines, and it has a nice shine inside, but it shows significant calcification. The lid is matching. It belongs to this piece, yeah, and it's in extremely good condition. Can check the condition report on our website. So this is quite the real deal, an exceptional piece, very rare, and I think the ultimate elegance. Over 1,000, almost 1,000 years old, and hasn't lost anything of its charm and its elegance. We put 3,000 to 6,000 euros on it, which seems quite reasonable to me. If you ever wanted a confirmed LIAO ceramic of that quality, here's your chance. Good luck in bidding at the auction.